Hey guys, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be sharing 10 college organization tips for you guys because I'm literally the most organized person ever, and I encourage all my friends to be organized and all of you to be organized. As I said, this is mostly for like college students, but this can probably work for like high school and maybe even middle school as well. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you can keep up with all my college related videos. I plan on vlogging either weekly or daily for my junior year. I'm not sure like which one I'm gonna do yet because last year I did college weekly vlogs and I liked that, but I feel like maybe daily vlogs would be cool too, so I'm gonna be testing it out, but definitely subscribe. So the first tip I have is to assign each class a color, and I say this, I feel like in all my videos somehow it just comes up. Basically, if you have 5 classes, you should pick 5 different colors and assign each class a color. So if you have a notebook, a folder, or a binder, whatever supplies you have for that class, it should be that color. Say my English class is assigned pink as its color. Then in my planner, I will use a pink pen to write down my homework assignments or tests and quizzes, and then also use a pink highlighter to highlight the assignment when it's done. And you can kind of see that in action in my What's in My Backpack video, so I'll link that down below and card it up here. My second tip is to make an assignment schedule on Excel. I guess you could also make this on just like any word processor, but that would be really hard to like organize it by date. So what I mean by this, I'm gonna like insert pictures and stuff, but once you get all your syllabi, compile it into one big list. So you just have this big document of the entire semester, all your assignments in order. And what's cool about Excel is that you can just type it in any order and then you can go back and organize it by date. And I feel like this kind of requires its own little tutorial, but just go on Pinterest and type in assignment schedule and it should pop up like tutorial videos on how to specifically do it, because that's what I watched to make my own. The third thing also kind of has to do with Excel, but you should make a cute schedule for yourself. I'll insert a picture of mine. I just use Excel, but this you could definitely probably like figure out on other programs. Or you could literally just draw your own on paper. I like to have it made on Excel so I can print it and it looks really like neat. And I usually hang it up on my desk. If you've seen like my dorm tours, they've been in my freshman year dorm and my sophomore year dorm, so you've seen that before. If I'm ever like on the phone making an appointment or setting up an interview or like whatever at school, I can have my schedule right in front of me so I know like when I have class and when I'm busy and can't make an appointment or something. I don't know. My fourth tip is to use a planner, and it doesn't matter what type of planner it is. I used to use Erin Condren planners, which are super expensive. They're like $50, $60-ish. The first time I ever got an Erin Condren planner, I won a giveaway on a blog. Last year I used a Bloom Daily Planner, which is another brand, but it's way cheaper, and I got a pretty small planner, which is not typical for me. I just prefer big planners. So this year I got a recollections planner from Michaels, which is super similar to Erin Condren planners. Is basically kind of like the off-brand Erin Condren planner at this point. If you don't want an actual planner, you can literally just use a plain notebook or like a mini notebook, a bullet journal, whatever it may be, but a planner is literally life. You need a planner, especially in college. I use my planner religiously. And also, to kind of go along with planners, this might be a little obvious, but when you get your syllabus for your class, just go through the syllabus and write down every single date in your planner. I know sometimes dates can change, and for me personally, I don't like writing it down sometimes because it freaks me out. Like if it changes and I'll have to like exit out, my planner will look ugly or whatever, but I just like to write it down, even if it's in pencil, so that if it changes you can change it, but make sure you have it in your planner. My fifth tip is to utilize sticky notes and list pads and page flags and all that fun stationery stuff. I pick like certain ones to bring with me to school. I don't bring like all my sticky notes because that would literally be crazy, but I do bring a lot of different like sizes, shapes, colors, just to switch it up. I always use different list pads, either to jot down notes, things I need to remember. Literally, like, you just use it for everything. My sixth tip is to organize what you have to do by priority. So I did this a lot my freshman year, and then my sophomore year I kind of like, I don't know, I didn't really do this as much, but basically if you make your to-do list, which we'll get into for my next tip I believe, if you make a to-do list, always prioritize what's on your to-do list. So what I did was I would write out my to-do list and then I would use 3 highlighters to organize it. The orange highlighter would be high priority, a yellow highlighter would be like medium priority, and then gray highlighter would just be like, you can do this whenever, it's not super urgent or anything. So homework that was due the next day would be like high priority, and then homework that was due a few days from now, or like studying for a test that's like a week from now, would be like medium maybe, and then low priority would be things that don't really have a deadline or a due date, and just things you kind of need to do, like rewrite your notes or whatever it may be. And that just helps you focus on like what absolutely needs to get done, and not like worry about things too much that are like you can do whenever, and just make sure you get the things that need to be done before like other stuff. So my 7th tip is to start or end your day with writing your to-do list. So if you're like a morning person or you have extra time in the morning, you can just take the morning to write down what you need to get done that day. I see a lot of people like in vlogs and stuff start their day by just like writing out a list of things they need to get done that day. Me personally, I'd rather do it at night, like before I go to bed, because I feel like if I don't write down everything I need to do the next day, there's just a bunch of stuff like in my head like making me feel crazy. I just like to take time before I go to bed to just write my to-do list for the next day that night, so I can just go to bed not worrying about anything, and I know I'm not going to forget about it because it's written down. My 8th tip is to utilize free printables that you can find online. I found a lot on Tumblr. If people even use Tumblr anymore. I don't really use Tumblr, but like free printables are great on there. There's a lot of like study accounts and stuff that do cute free printables. And you can of course make your own versions of these. It's not that hard if you have like Microsoft Publisher, or even like you can use canva.com or whatever to make your own to fit your needs. And basically by free printables, I mean like they have daily planning sheets, they have weekly planning sheets, finals week planning sheets. One I found that was really good was like this 4-year plan thing, so you could plan out like the 4 years you're in college to make sure you graduate on time. So that was really cool. If I can find that, I'll link that down below. My 9th tip is to get an accordian folder. I call it an accordion folder. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but basically it's this big folder that you open up, and it has like the different little folder things inside that you can put papers in or whatever. And I like to use these for important papers that I cannot lose, or things that I don't necessarily need in my folders anymore for classes, but I still need to hold on to. I know some people just use it for all the old work from the semester, and so you could do like each class has its own section, however you want to organize it, but those accordion folders are like super helpful for storing paperwork that you need to hold on to. And my 10th tip is to make a plan of how your days will generally go. So what I mean by this is I usually do this like before I'm even at school, and I kind of just guess like when I should be doing things based on my classes and my work schedule. So I just start like, okay, Monday I have class at 12:30 or whatever, and then I plan what time I want to wake up on Mondays, what time I want to get breakfast, what time I should be leaving for class, and like what time I'm gonna have dinner, and like if I have work, stuff like that. So it just helps you kind of like pre-plan how your daily routines are gonna go. And like I'll do a separate one for like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, depending on like the different classes and stuff. It just helps you like set up a routine before you're even back at school, so you already kind of know like what you should be doing and like how your routine is gonna go. Those are my 10 college organization tips. I hope this was helpful. If you have any college organization tips that you want to share, you can just leave a comment down below. I'm always willing to try new things. I did order a new vlogging camera. Right now I'm filming on my Canon T6i that I bought for like main videos, and also like I do photography on the side, whatever. So that's the main reason why I bought this camera. But obviously it's way too bulky to be like vlogging with because it's a DSLR. So I did buy a vlogging camera because like I said, I want to be vlogging either daily or weekly this year.
Got the Panasonic Lumix DMC SZ70 or ZS70 or something, and I think it's also called the TV90. I don't know, it has such a long name.
I ordered that. It should be coming in today or tomorrow, so I do want to do like a college prep vlog before I leave for college, just filming like last minute things I need to do, packing, and like buying some last minute items. And then of course I'm going to be doing my college move-in day vlog, which I'm really excited about. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.